Do a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband?
He was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it. Like, you knew what it was. I told you who I want from the beginning and you still asked me to be your wife. And I told him, baby, your money is my money and my money is my money.
Yo, what's good, baby? This your boy Flint Flossie in the building. So this woman in this particular clip has been making waves in the internet streets because of the way she's talking about her husband and just her perspective on relationships and her marriage. At first I thought, like, was she joking? This is a skit or something? You feel me? But apparently she's pretty serious. Pretty serious. Oh yeah. But I'm gonna let y'all see what she gotta say, and I'm gonna let you know what I'm thinking.
So you married?
I'm going through a divorce.
What happened with that?
Basically, my husband stopped meeting my expectations.
What you mean?
So when I met him, when I met my husband, I told him what I expect from a man. The number one rule with being with me is you have to provide. I won't settle for anything less. So my husband ended up losing his job.
He had a job?
Yeah,
Where he worked
He
at?
had a job. He was a manager at a
Put
warehouse.
the mic in so these people can hear you. He was a manager at the warehouse?
He was a manager at a warehouse.
Okay.
So he ended up losing his job. He came home and he told me. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So a month went by, and he looked for me to pay the bills. Who paying what bills? So I was going to consider it if he gave me the money back for paying the bills, and he told me no. He felt like he shouldn't have to do that. What do you mean? When I told you, as a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills as long as I got a husband.
Wow. Wow. So your husband lost his job, been holding you down this whole time. He came up on a hard one. You feel me? He came up on a hard one. And you saying you'd consider holding the bills down in the meantime if he pay you the money back? Yeah, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy to me. I know everyone got their own ways and their own relationships, but personally, that ain't it. That ain't the one for your boy. I'm paying for all of this and all of that, and you can't hold me down when I come up on hard times. Been paying the rent and all of that, and talking about pay me back for a little light bill, a little phone bill, especially in a marriage where you joining forces. That ain't the one, bruh.
He probably happy you gone, though.
I'm sure he missed me.
A headache? That would be a headache for me.
I mean, but you knew what it was.
So,
Like, you knew what it was. I told you who I want from the beginning, and you still asked me to be your wife.
oh, you told him that if he lose his job, you gonna 30 days?
I didn't tell him that, but I told him,
What'd you
like,
tell?
you are to provide. And I told him, baby, your money is my money, and my money is my money. And so he didn't have any more money, and that was a problem for me.
Yo. You know what? As wild as she may sound, it comes to the point where you gotta start holding some of these dudes accountable, man. There seems to be a real simp-epidemic going on. Real straight suck Olympics, man. I'm really getting deeply concerned for some people out here, man. If she told homie from the giddy up, like, yo, this is what it is, and he agreed to it, and you know what, though? She ain't even like him. She said it.
It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So you ain't like your husband?
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like, you got to take care of me and my kids.
So
I'm speechless, man. I am truly befuddled. So this woman told this man, hey, I got 3 kids. You got to provide for me and all my kids. And if you fall on hard times, okay, I ain't paying for nothing. And if I do pay for the little Netflix bill, the little Disney Plus bill, you gotta pay me back. And he accepted this deal. That's crazy. Look, man, fellas. All right, I know it gets hard out there. I know it gets hard. I've had a good amount of coochie in my day, okay? Knee deep in the punani pie. But I've also had my lonely times. Them times where you feel like you're missing that connection. You feel me? So I know how that feels. We all have been there. But don't ever feel like you have to settle for a woman that treats you like this for some companionship. A little bit of kitty cat. I would say sloppy moppy, but she said she don't do that neither.
I don't know how to cook. Oh, and another thing, baby, I don't put my mouth in private areas either. So you're not
But you
getting
ain't sucking
that.
up.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But hey, that's her standards, I can't fault her for having her standards. It's her life. All she can do is present it to a man, and he can either accept or reject. Now, the man that accepts, you tripping, bruh. Being in a relationship with someone like this is more of a net loss, a liability when you want an asset, not conducive to your spiritual well-being or achieving your goals, building towards success. You see, that's why I feel it's so important to put your energy towards the one that's showing you love back instead of chasing another one down. Some people may think that's lazy. I don't think so. I think it's just being pragmatic. I'm not saying don't pursue anyone, but pursuing and chasing it's a different vibe, man. It's a different vibe. You get treated different. You feel me? Like pursuing is like, showing interest. They show interest back. And you're like, okay, you know how to proceed. Chasing is like, she not feeling you, you still trying. She not feeling you, you still trying. You still trying, she don't like you. Then maybe 8 years, 2 ex-boyfriends later, she gives you a chance. It just ain't the same vibe, man. You get treated completely different. And it's important to try to be observant of these behavior patterns and these red flags early. I know that ain't saying nothing new, but sometimes you can get caught up. If she look good enough and the coochie good, bro, you could get caught up. But I'ma tell you, in the early stages, ain't nothing wrong with paying for that dinner, paying for that lunch. But when it's about that time for her to come to the crib, you might say, hey, babe, on the way, could you stop by the store, pick me up a couple things? And if she come back and ask for that little $11.85 back for them now later juju beans and that wine cooler you asked her to get, she asked for that money back after you paid for the dinner, the lunch, and all that. That's the side eye. You give it a side eye because that is some foreshadowing for a movie you don't want to star in. You feel me? But let me know what y'all thinking. Always love reading y'all thoughts. Make sure you like, helps with the algorithm. Comment, subscribe. I want to get my subscribers up to the next milestone. You feel me? Till next time, baby, I'm out.